We are about to begin our proceedings, and being as how this is Iowa, and we are on the edge of Fairfield, rural land right adjacent to us, we will be starting with a special guest. That guest is a happy cow. So please come on in, come out of the building. If you can hear me, somebody please let the folks go and ring the cowbell in the building, if you would. And we'll get started with some happy cow. I think you all know Arthur Lee Land. Yes.
This is an exciting day, and I'm so happy that the man who I wrote this song for, Francis Ticky, the owner of Radiance Dairy, is here. How many people are Radiance Dairy fans? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, Fairfield quality of life. What's it gonna take to see the writing on the wall? Take two. What's it gonna take to see the writing on the wall? And what's it gonna take to feel like the planet we inhabit's very small? And what's it gonna take to know we're gonna reap what we sow on the farms? What's it gonna take to hear Mother Nature, she's rung her alarm? I'm just a happy cow, living in the here and now, grazing in this field of green. But it seems like time is moving faster, if you know what I mean. The clock is ticking, ticky-tock.
Oh, sorry.
What's it gonna take to see what's happening right in front of our face? And what's it gonna take to spend our dollars in a way that'll change the marketplace? And what's it gonna take to spread the word about a better way? What's it gonna take to be the change that we want in the world today? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just a happy cow, living in the here and now, grazing in this field of green. But it seems like time is moving faster, if you know what I mean. The clock is ticking, ticky-tock. All right, you guys want to sing it with me one time? Here we go. I'm just a happy cow, living in the here and now, living in this field of green. But it seems like time is moving faster, if you know what I mean. The clock is ticking, not to put you on the spot at all. Ticky-tock. The clock is ticking, ticky-tock. Yeah, the clock is ticking. Thank you very much.
I was waiting for you to be done. I didn't want to walk in front. Hey, Misha, do you see the pigs?
All right, so come and fill in the front, kids particularly, because you're going to be coming up here. Come on in, up to the bales at the moment.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Up to the bale. There you go. Come fill in the area. There are lots of kids from everywhere.
You want to go up there with you?
So we're going to try and keep things on time. First, number one item is I would like to welcome everyone here. Thank you very much for coming. It's a very interesting day. We hope you'll enjoy yourselves. As you know, you are going to participate, even perhaps more than you understand, in the flipping of the switch. And then, after the switch is flipped, there will be an opportunity for all the young people to sign the Eco-Conscience Pledge, take one home framed, and all other people, everyone, kids, everyone, to sign the big version of it, which will be laminated and be kept for time immemorial. What's happening? Well, you know, the truth of it is we took this occasion, because you have to flip the switch sometime, we took this occasion to do something a little bit different. What we would really like to do today is to honor, number one, Mother Nature, and then to thank all of the people who have helped, and then to look into the future and see how we can continue to honor Mother Nature. We have 11 special guests here today. They are not taking up much space. They have been brought to us by a wonderful person, Bill Halter, and his wife, Pat. And these, if you listen carefully, can you hear them? These are 11 homing pigeons. Now, the reason we invited these homing pigeons, which will be released, of course, is because they symbolize, in a very real and practical way, the deep connection with nature that all of us, in fact, have. I personally get lost on the freeway, much less downtown. Homing pigeons, however, are so deeply connected, they always know where they are and where they're going. They are a deep integrated part of nature. So we will have an opportunity to honor that aspect of nature, not only by the Eco-Conscience Pledge, which we'll get to, but also by releasing these beautiful pigeons. Thank you for bringing these to us. Now, I'd like to just give you a couple of points. This didn't get started a few months ago. This all started years ago. And it started, in a sense, with buying this land. And I'd like to thank FIDA for making this land available to us so that we could build our building and have this whole space here. FIDA helped, and with FIDA, there are Iowa grants that helped us. IDED supplied grant money and loans to us. Region 15 helped us. The 4 bankers helped us. 4 different banks have helped us. Libertyville Savings and Loan. No, Savings and Loan. Yeah, that's right. What? Yeah. Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust, Midwest One Bank, and most recently First National. Access Energy. We are actually an Alliant customer, but Access Energy helped us initially, looking for land and organizing things, and in the end arranged for a USDA grant, a very favorable loan to help us build the building. So once we got the building set up, and you'll see that foam in the windows and all that, that's deliberate. It's to make it efficient. From there on, we could go forward and we could build some kind of alternative energy. We tried a bunch of things. We tried wind. We put a bunch of money into it. It didn't work for us. There were problems. But that's not to say it can't be done, especially now, because that was at least 3-4 years ago. It moved forward. We abandoned that. But our in-house eco-conscience never let us forget what it is we were doing. And so in our weekly meetings, it kept coming up and coming up and coming up. Our eco-conscience, by the way, even has a real name. It's Jack Eastman, but I'll be referring to Jack. Many of you know Jack. And but then this guy wearing a white hat. Honestly, he was wearing a big, wide Stetson white hat. He doesn't have it on today. He came into the parking lot. It was on a white Charger, and he stepped out, and that was it. I mean, we were hard on him, but Troy Van Beek of Ideal Energy came in at the right moment, and I would like to ask Troy and Amy to come up, please, and say a few words. He's our hero, and if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be seeing this stuff on the, you know, here. So here's the man, and if you need to talk to somebody, if you're interested in pushing this forward yourself, these are the people to do it.
Bill. So when Sky Factory came to us and said we were interested in solar, we could not have been more thrilled, because they're a leader in this community for the way they've structured their business, for everything they're doing in the community. They're really pushing forward, and to take in the leads like this, to basically have made the first net zero light manufacturing plant in Iowa says a lot. So we have been absolutely thrilled, and we want to do everything we could to make this happen. And so we can show as a demonstration, not only to Fairfield, but the rest of the country, what is possible. Amy, do you have anything to say?
I do, actually. When we came to Sky Factory originally, Troy was presenting them with the idea of designing a 20 kilowatt array. And he came and made the presentation, and I think they thought about it a little bit. And after the meeting, they called Troy and said, what would it take to cover 100% of our energy? So we really have to hand it to Sky Factory for taking the initiative and proving that this works. This is technology that's being used all over the world, and the U.S. is really only starting to catch on. So they're really a huge leader in the Midwest in proving that we can get our energy sources right here on site, and we can do them in a way that creates abundance for everyone. So we're so excited that they took the initiative and doubled the size of our original proposal and went with the 54 kilowatts, and we're just so thankful that they took this huge leap forward.
You know, there's another thing that I don't know who can say, I'll have to say it because I'm sort of a spokesperson today. But there's another, it's not a person we want to express gratitude but it's a situation, it's a happening, it's an occurrence that we have to really honor and express gratitude to. And that is the fact that 40 people have found their way to that building, to the Sky Factory. 40 people and their families. And I think we are all extraordinarily grateful to each other that we found each other and that we work with each other, that it's shoulder to shoulder, that we do what we do, because it has become really an extraordinary experience of family, I think. And you know, that counts. So I want to express gratitude to wherever for the fact that we have all found each other. Now, that's also happened here in Fairfield on a large scale. This is a remarkable community. People have come here from all over the world, people who have grown up here generation after generation. There has been a melding and a blending, and the outcome is really becoming something extraordinary and wonderful. Could this have happened anywhere? Yeah, we could say that. But did it happen more easily because of Fairfield? I would say yes, definitely. So to speak to us for a moment or two about Fairfield, we've asked our mayor, Ed Malloy, to step to the mic. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, everyone. I know he didn't introduce himself, but this is Bill Witherspoon, who is the founder of the Sky Factory and really the lead visionary for this company. So, Bill, thank you for the invitation today. You know, walking up here today and seeing this completed, and I know that at a very early stage I took a peek, but over the last month or so I didn't really want to come by because I wanted the full impact of what this would actually look like, and when we throw the switch, all of that power from the sun, particularly on a day like today, going directly into this wonderful company is going to be something very, very wonderful. And there are two words that really sum up what we see here today. And one is dramatic, and the other is inspiring. And this is very fulfilling for me personally, because in 2008, as the city of Fairfield took on the initiative of creating a sustainability plan for our community, one of the objectives that we had was to see that demonstration models of renewable technology would be built throughout the city. And this is obviously the biggest and the most dramatic and the most inspiring of those to date, and I think takes our pledge and our ability to see more of this in our community to a whole nother level, because what Bill and the Sky Factory are demonstrating here today is that A, it's possible, and that it is inspiring. It is exciting to see this. I also want to congratulate Troy Van Beek and Amy Greenfield, because Troy was a member of our Strategic Planning Commission, and one of the other objectives coming out of our plan was to create jobs and to create companies around this area of renewable energy. So for Ideal Energy to come into existence, it began with energy audits. It's moved quickly into the installation of solar and wind. And with this project, Troy and Amy, I'd say you have some tremendous experience and really tremendous credentials for your company, not just here in Fairfield, but throughout the state of Iowa. So thank you very much and congratulations on that. We again turn now to this point of demonstration and seeing all of the young people that are with us here today to see this. I think it's going to become a very powerful memory for them, because we know we're going to see this in more of our future. Renewable energies becoming more affordable and becoming part of our energy mix. And I also want to recognize Lori Applegate, who is here in the audience today, who was our customer representative for Alliant Energy. Lori and her team have been enormously helpful with all of the sustainability initiatives that we've undertaken, and I know have embraced this project as well. And a lot of their money and rebates is going into this project. So Lori, thank you very much. I would just, again, just congratulate Bill and all the people who put this together, mostly for, again, as Amy had mentioned, the comprehensive nature of your vision. It really is truly inspiring, and I hope it is the inspiration for more companies in Fairfield to take this on. Thank you very much.
We have one guest who is an unintentional guest. It's the driver of a semi who is being held hostage by our event. He needs to get in and deliver to our dock, and there are two vehicles which are preventing that. I'm asking you to move those immediately. If you have a black Mercedes SUV, somebody have that? Black Mercedes SUV? There, I see a hand, thank you. And a white Ford Ranger. Do we have a white Ford Ranger in the crowd? White Ford Ranger, very good. Please, if you would move that so the truck can come in. I'd like to just tell you very briefly how this happened. I've almost really kind of done it. It didn't happen overnight. It took time. As many of you know, Sky Factory operates on consensus-based decision-making. That means anytime there's a serious decision of any sort, we all discuss it. Sounds like it takes a lot of time, but it doesn't, because we also are a transparent company, and everybody knows what's going on all the time anyway. So it's very simple. Years ago, there may have been 20 of us, or 18 or something. We sat down in one of our meetings and we had a discussion about alternative energy. Should we do it? Should we put it as a focus? I don't even remember when it was. It might have been 8 years ago, 7 years ago. We're only 10 years old as a company. But we all agreed. It was unanimous. And then we started taking steps, little steps, we did all the things we could do at recycling and this and that, you know, paper and aluminum, and we have a sign-up sheet and people take stuff to the dump and the recycling place and all that. So we did all that engineering green stuff. We looked at all of our materials, did what we could do there, but this whole thing of energy kept coming again and again and again. And about a week ago, no, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, I reflected, how did this happen? And was it difficult? And what spurred that question was somebody said, oh, congratulations, Bill, congratulations. And I thought, I don't know, it wasn't like that. And I realized it was easy. It was totally easy. And then I thought, well, what do you mean it was easy? How did it really happen? We made a decision. We decided we all believe this is right, and so we're going to do it. But that didn't get the job done. Again, I want to come back to this point of an eco-conscience. You all know now that since the Supreme Court, every corporation, and we are a corporation, is actually a living entity. Okay? Where is its conscience? Where is its conscience? We found our eco-conscience in Jack Eastman, a longtime Sierra Club member, a guy who is quiet, shy even, you might say, but he speaks up. He spoke up, he spoke up, he spoke up. We went in this direction. As I said earlier, it didn't work. We then went in this direction. He never let it rest. And it was because of the presence of that eco-conscience acting as a catalyst. That's a big word for some of you, I know. But because of that, in this environment of desire, we all really wanted to do it. That's what brought it about. So, we have asked all of you young people to come here because we want to think about this for the future. You know, the truth of it is, this has a payback period of 10 to 12 years, fine. It's going to be around here for 40, 70 years. Is this something we had to do in order to power our operations in the Sky Factory? No. But why are we doing it? It's really about the future. And you guys, I'm talking to the young people here now, or anybody who thinks they're young, okay? You guys are the future. So this is about the future. And so you, as you grow up and as you take more and more responsibility in your homes, in your schools, in your community, in the world, you also have an opportunity to play this role, to take this part of being an eco-conscience. I'm convinced you know what's right. If you study conscience, it's both genetic in some theory and it's nurtured, it's cultural. So we've got it inside. However we describe it, it's all over the world in different cultures. So we're asking you today to take responsibility for the future, for your future, and for our grandchildren's future and the whole bit. Okay. So now I'd like to ask all of the children to come up and get up in here. Come on up now quickly. Don't worry about anything. We're going to have you,
Are you the future?
you can stand on the bales. Small ones stand on the bales. Tall ones stand on the ground. Maybe not on the truck at the moment. We'll see how many we've got. Come on quickly. Everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. It just matters if you think you're young. If you think you're too old to be young, then come anyway. Okay? And come press in, come in, go forward. You guys over there, come on in a little bit. Come on in. You can get in, maybe on the ground in between the bales, some tall ones. Okay? Okay, we got everybody. Here comes somebody. Is everybody here? Okay, Sydney. Where's Sydney? Sydney Johnson. Where is it? Will you come up here to the microphone, please?
Excuse me.
Forgive me for a moment. We're going to begin with different groups, and I'll tell you who's here. First of all, we've got some children from the Sky Factory. Their parents are part of the Sky Factory family. So they are too. Then we have some third graders from MSAE, some fifth and sixth graders from MSAE, and we have ninth and 10th graders from the DI program at MSAE. We also have more kids. Fourth grade. We've got the fourth grade here, third grade, and fourth grade. All right, let's not let anybody out. Who did I miss? And don't forget the pigeons. Okay, fine. They are young pigeons. I think they're young pigeons. So we're going to begin with just a minute. We're going to hear from Sydney Johnson. Okay, and then we're going to hear from the 5th and 6th grade. Sorry. Forgive me. I'll take it back. First, we're going to hear from Sydney Johnson. Then we will hear in unison from the 5th and 6th grade. And then following that, again, from the DI group. I'm not sure if that's in unison or they're going to go sequentially. I think it's sequentially, something like that. So everybody ready? Okay, good.
I think that the Sky Factory being eco-conscious is good. They're now aware of what they are buying, doing, and using. Now they can make the world a cleaner place. Now if everyone does their part, we can all make the world better.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, who's next? Laura? 5th and 6th grade. Thank you. Coming from you guys, it's a real honor. I appreciate it. And now, 9th and 10th grade DI. Yeah, I think there's a few, and you're welcome to come up. And I'm going to read the names if I haven't lost that piece of paper. I think I've got it. Here's who we'll be hearing from. Leanne Miller, Katie Roberts, Alina Knight, Jacqueline Lee, Dia Huggins, Hitsa Akbar, and Avery Travis. But Avery isn't here, right? Yeah. Okay. Can we pass them?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Our names are Hefsa, Jacqueline, Dia, Alina, Liana, Katie, and we are the 9th and 10th grade girls from Maharishi School.
Last fall, we formed a team that competed in an international competition that is called Destination Imagination.
We chose a challenge for the competition that involved innovative uses of solar energy, and we won in our category at the Iowa State Championship. That qualified us to represent Iowa in the Destination Imagination Global Finals in Knoxville, Tennessee, with over 8,000 students from more than 30 countries.
We are very proud that we placed 7th in the world in our category out of over 60 teams.
In the process, we learned a lot about solar energy. For example, Lonnie Gamble spent a morning with us explaining how much energy is available from the sun and how it can be harnessed.
So we are happy today to congratulate the Sky Factory on this amazing achievement. We thank you for your pioneering work in making the world sustainable for our generations and the future.
Thank you. And I should say that we're looking forward to your influence in the next decades. Sol is one of the children of the Sky Factory, and she is going to read the Eco-Conscience Pledge and you kids all turn around so you can see her, and all of us it's a call and response. You know what that is, right? She will read a short line, and then we will repeat after her. Then she'll read the next line, and we'll repeat. And then, as I think you all know, there is a copy of this, very beautifully done, with our signatures. No, not this paper. No, a beautifully done one that you will go in and sign after the flipping of the switch. It will be put in a frame and you'll take it home. I hope you'll put it somewhere so it's there as a reminder of today. So, everybody ready? Adults, everybody can, you know, this is eco-conscience pledge. You'll get it.
Hi, I'm Sol. I know that my life is a part of nature.
I know that my life is a part of nature.
I know that all life on our planet is connected.
I know that all life on our planet is connected.
I know that everything I do
I know that everything I do
influences and affects the whole world,
influences and affects the whole world,
both now and in the future.
both now and in the future.
I have a voice inside that knows what is right.
I have a voice inside that knows what is right.
The voice inside is my conscience.
The voice inside is my conscience.
I pledge to always listen to my conscience.
To always listen to my conscience.
I will always think about my actions
I will always think about my actions
and how they affect everything around me.
and how they affect everything around me.
The people,
The people,
the animals,
the animals,
the plants,
the plants,
the earth,
the earth,
the water,
the water,
the air,
the air,
the sky,
the sky,
everything.
everything.
To help my family, my community, and my world, I pledge to live as an eco-conscious
I pledge to live as an eco-conscious
for nature and for the world.
for nature and for the world.
As an eco-conscious,
As an eco-conscious,
I am a voice that never forgets.
I am a voice that never forgets.
I'm a voice that always helps.
I'm a voice that always helps
To remind those around me
to remind those around me
that nature is not different from us.
that nature is not different from us,
That the planet is our home.
that the planet is our home,
That we must always care for nature
that we must always care for nature
and treat our home with respect and love.
and treat our home with respect and love.
It seems very appropriate that our leader is named Sol, Spanish for sun. Okay, so now comes the moment, the second moment, the penultimate moment that we've been waiting for, which is the flipping of the switch. So for this, I would like to ask everyone to go back to the bales. So all you kids move back. Good. You guys want to see, you might want to go, because the action is there. Okay, so once again, I'm going to remind you once again that after the flipping of the switch, please come inside, sign your pledge and get it. And those of you who are not children, but adults, everyone else, sign the big pledge, okay, which will make a big banner. Okay, so is everybody ready now? Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Let's see, who, would you please grab that rope, that big fat rope right in front of you on the ground, just there. Okay, would you please grab that and pull and flip the switch? Go ahead and pull. Pull hard. Oh, pull, pull. Oh, do it. Pull. Oh, okay, stop. Okay, you got the point. And he needs help. Okay, Everybody, there's lots of ropes. Grab those ropes and pull. And if you're not holding a rope, whoa, 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 don't pull yet. Whoa, 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 hang on. Everybody get on the rope. There's about 10 ropes there. Everybody get a hand on the rope. And if you don't have your hand on a rope, put your hand on another person who does have a hand on the rope. In other words, this is a big effort. No. You guys have got, you can't be there. You have to go back to the knot. Back to the knot. This is a big switch. Yes, we need a little bit of, Sky, would you step in and move people? You move back further a bit. Back further. This sometimes happens with high technology switches. They sometimes, okay. Does everyone have and I'm going to count down, just like a space launch, right? Okay. Mark, are we ready to go? Whoops. Yep, looks good. All right. Can you see clearly that it's off? Okay, good, it's off. Okay, now I'm going to count down from 10 down to 0, and then I'm going to say pull. Don't pull until I say pull, but then when I say pull, everybody has to pull. Everybody got a hand on, either a hand on the rope or a hand on a hand? Is there anybody who needs? Okay, it takes a lot of help. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pull! 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 Thank you all for coming. And don't forget to sign your pledges.